So let's get into the final chapter of the Devyn Michaels, aka Nikki Fairchild, aka Tracy Tavares, aka Off With His Head, aka adult film celebrity, aka like father like son murder trial. The most brutal and bizarre case coming out of Las Vegas, the murder trial of Devyn Michaels. The victim, Jonathan Willett, was found decapitated. This is a life sentence on the line for a former adult film star, but the crime is only half the story. Prosecutors claim Michaels killed Willett because she was unhappy with him moving in with her and their 2 daughters, a move that threatened the marriage of convenience she had with Devyn Willett, who was actually Jonathan's son from a previous relationship. Yep, that's right. A family web so tangled it took a brutal So let's get into the Willett, who was actually Jonathan's son from a previous relationship. Yep, that's right. A family web so tangled it took a brutal murder to untangle it. The prosecution claims the motive is a jealous rage over a disrupted insurance scheme/affair. Her claim is she only hit Willett with the wooden stick. She never confessed to the decapitation itself, and while she may have smacked him in the head with the stick, someone else carried out the final act. Who else was in the house? And who said off with his head? Well, today is sentencing. Well, technically it was January 8th, 2026. Judge Tiara Jones brought the love triangle/family affair beheading trial to a close. Devyn Michaels stood in the courtroom and heard her fate for the 2023 murder and decapitation of Jonathan Willett, the father of her children. The murder charge, 20 years to life in prison. The weapon enhancement, an additional consecutive 8 to 20 years. Parole eligibility, not until she has served 28 years minimum. So just to briefly recap, the victim, Jonathan Willett, was Devyn's ex-boyfriend. The twist, at the time of the murder, Devyn was married to the victim's son, Devyn. The motive, Jonathan was planning to move back in. Devyn allegedly feared that this would ruin her convenience, marriage, and lifestyle with his son. The brutality, Devyn admitted to smacking Jonathan upside the head with the log while he was laying face down. Forensic experts testify he was decapitated after death using a handheld knife and a mechanical saw. The missing piece, to this day, Jonathan's head has never been recovered and the weapons have never been found. And coming up after the sentencing, I did my best to repair the audio of the interrogation, so we'll rewatch that and see what really went down during that conversation. This is one of the final battles for her life and for the family to receive their justice. Hey yo, peace family, grand risings, good afternoon, great evening, gracious nights. Welcome back to FOTG, the source.
Isn't this a nice surprise?
Yeah. What's good? What's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. Let me pop out the chat so I can see it.
Let's get it.
First
family.
one in the
And
building.
Don't forget to hit that like button too. Let's get
Sunshine, Sunflower. What's good? I can't see you. What's I can't see your old names. I'm trying to read your old name. Hold on.
Lie detector
Sunflower.
determined that was a lie.
Danny 17, Sunflower Danny 17. What's good, family? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the building, aka Brown Sugar Babe. That's what I was looking for, but it confused me trying to read that Sunflower. My bad. Shout out to Brown Sugar Babe. Appreciate you joining, family. It's been a minute. Shout out to No One in the building. I see you, family. What up? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the building. What up? Watch the Ride Studios. Allie, what up? I see you, family. Appreciate you joining. NJB Nene in the building. What's good? I see y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in, tapping in with your boy. So we're gonna get into this Devyn Michaels sentencing, and then we got the interrogation coming up. Appreciate y'all being here. Without further ado, let's get it started. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get it.
All right. Let's go on the record and see. 377-239, State of Nevada versus Devyn Michaels. May the record reflect that Ms. Michaels is present in custody. Mr. Droskich and Mr. Horvath are here on her behalf. Mr.
Happy Saturday, Daniel Berry.
Donnie and Ms. Griffith are here on behalf of the state. This is the date and time set for sentencing. Are both parties prepared to go forward?
We are.
All right, just a couple housekeeping matters. State, the victim's mother sent a very long, detailed list of money she's out of, but I don't have any documentation.
I did
to
not
support.
receive that either.
Okay, so I'm going to award the $5,000 of restitution to victims of crime, but that'll be the only restitution because there was actually proof of that.
Understood.
Any objection from the defense to that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and we did have a discussion about credit, and we have the credit at 780 days. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. State, you also noticed victim speakers. How many speakers do you have?
2.
And pursuant to statute, would you like them to speak last?
Please.
All right. State, since this is the result of a jury trial, you have retained the right to argue.
Yes, Judge. And, you've been doing this as long as I have, if not longer. There's a couple of different types of defendants that come before you and that I've dealt with in my career. And there are those that don't function in society. They commit multiple crimes over and over. And then there are those like this defendant who functioned relatively normally for an extended period of time, but committed such an extreme act of evil when she did commit a crime that you have to put her on the far end of the spectrum of evil, Judge. I understand that her lack of criminal history is something that you're going to take into consideration when you determine whether she gets life without her or not. I really just have a question for the court, and I'm not going to try to provide an answer. And the question is this, is a person who is capable of such extreme evil, is that person someone that we want to walk our streets, whether it's 20 years from now, 28 years from now, or not? And you're in the robe, you're on the bench, you get to make that decision today. I would just urge you to think about what it must have taken for her to do what she did. Not everyone is capable of that extreme amount of violence. Not everyone, not even some of our worst offenders go that far. There was some statements made at our last sentencing that I would ask you to take into context with the evidence you heard at the trial. There is absolutely overwhelming evidence of her guilt, and obviously we have a jury verdict at this point. So all that nonsense that was spewed at the last hearing, I think that has been disproven during the course of the trial, and as evidenced by the very quick verdict that was delivered in this case. If you'll recall, it was just a couple of hours on the same day of closing arguments. With that said, Judge, I will submit it to your discretion, just defer to the victim speakers.
Okay. Ms. Michaels, what, if anything, would you like to say before I pronounce sentence against you?
At this point, I just feel that anything I say, it won't. The family's looking for certain things, and I cannot deliver what the family's looking for. And they're here, and I just want them to get their, at least part of their anger out. I know no matter what I say, they're still going to feel the same way. So just let them have their time, and that's all I can say.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I like to state I'm going to be somewhat brief. This was the result of a 2-week jury trial. I do appreciate Ms. Michaels' statements and even the lack of her statements. This case has had a bit of a wild ride to get where we are before Your Honor today. The jury, and we all spoke to the jury afterwards, looked at basically one thing, and that was her statement to the police on August 15th. And she's made several statements leading up to this point, and today she's chosen to just basically let the record speak for itself and then the history of this case speak for itself. Your Honor is in a very unique position, being...
She said, no matter what I say, it ain't gonna help, so I pretty much ain't gonna say shit. She didn't want to apologize or admit or say I did it, so it wasn't no admission, so she know they don't want to hear nothing outside of that, so she said, fuck it. I might as well not say nothing.
basically a murder trial judge. The thing that I would like the court to take into consideration is the issue of proportionality. You hear on a regular basis cases that involve years, if not decades, of criminal conduct. People that have substantial criminal histories. People that have committed crimes over and over and over again. Ms. Michaels has a gross misdemeanor conviction that was close in time to this case, relatively speaking. She, outside of the events that gave rise to this case, she's lived a very good life. And I think the court should take that into consideration in reference to this issue of proportionality and treating similar defendants similarly and different defendants differently. I mean, when we look at the object or the goals behind sentencing, we have deterrence, we have incapacitation.
And shoot, do that count for officers? Because y'all sure treat them differently. They get different sentencing. You don't even have no actual evidence of her, even though they say they did, but they didn't find no weapon. They don't have no witness to say she did it, but she did admit to hitting them over the head, which is kind of damning herself. But they didn't have no evidence outside of that. But in the trials with the cops, you could have them on camera, everybody else sitting there watching them, but half of them get off free.
We have rehabilitation, and then we get to this issue of retribution. And the flip side of retribution is redemption. You have a woman that stands before you today who's 47 years old. She turns 48 in April. You've got a woman that was a devoted mother. She had a career. Obviously, what occurred is not going to bring Mr. Willett back. Miss Michaels' case, if we take the version of events that the state presented, we have here, you talk about stabbings and crimes of passion and things like that. In this case, we don't have someone that's been charged with lying in wait, planning. We don't have a case where we have a life insurance policy that was viewed. We don't have this, and we talk about evil. I mean, that's kind of a slippery word sometimes. But at worst, what we have here is a conviction based on impulse and then perhaps bad actions that occurred following that. And Your Honor spoke with the jury. We heard the testimony. We had this, and she was charged murder with use. And if we take the evidence in the light most favorable to the state, we have something where there have been unwanted sexual advances. There was a candlestick or perhaps a poker that was then used to strike Mr. Willett. And I'm using his name. I mean, the decedent, I don't want to minimize. He was a person, obviously, as is Miss Michaels. We have an appeal that's going to follow, but nonetheless, if we take the version of events that the state would have the court take into consideration, we have an act that was based on impulsiveness and then bad, impulsive decisions that very well may have followed.
I'd have been like, nah, hold up. Nah, bad assistance of counsel. What you mean? You making it sound like I did it. Talk about some actions that I did, because I was acting out of myself or I was going crazy or whatever. Nah, my whole thing is I didn't do it. You up here saying I did it, making me look bad. But, I mean, I guess she was already convicted, so it wasn't no changing at this time. That's what they really be wanting to see, if you gonna confess your guilt, because if not, then they gonna give you the max. But if you say you did it, then sometimes they'll be a little lenient because they don't care. They know you're gonna be away anyway. But shit, I guess it ain't work out too well for her. He trying though, not so good, but he trying.
Your Honor, and one case comes to mind. I believe it's the Randolph Thomas case. We have a case where there's multiple former spouses, multiple acts. In this case, we have a single act. We don't have this course of conduct that encompassed days, years, or in that case, decades. We have a single act that's now before Your Honor. The very minimum sentence per statute that Ms. Michaels could receive is a 21-year sentence. We're talking 60 years old. And Your Honor knows the studies. I mean, like I said, you're in a very unique position based upon your experience and the depth, not only off the bench prior to your having assumed the bench, but as a murder trial judge. this is a case where the court should look at redemption. She can contribute to the community. She's had no issues whatsoever while incarcerated. In the beginning of this hearing, Your Honor addressed the credit for time served. She's been in for some time. I would urge the court to view, to look at the facts and circumstances and the very difficult decision Your Honor has to make with the idea of redemption in mind. I would urge the court to give her, as far as the murder charge, the chance at redemption, the chance to be perhaps one day reincorporated into society. I would urge the court.
Well, I guess they kind of did that. She went along with that, huh? She gave her 28 years. There's still a chance she could get out 30 years from now. I'm not sure how old she is. I have to check that up, but shit, 28 years? Yeah, let me see. Let me look up her age so I can see how long 28 years would be.
To give her a sentence of 20 with the possibility of parole, and then the minimum sentence for the
okay, there we go. He was trying to get 20. That's why he was trying to get that dub
with use in enhancement. I would submit that this idea of proportionality and true equity and fairness would be served by such a sentence, and that's what we request on that.
And hold up, okay, 47. Thank you. That way I ain't gotta look. He said 47, so then she'll be what? 60, 75, something like that. About 75. I don't know, something like that. But damn, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, the enhancement. Because the other 8 years is because of the weapon charge, because the type of weapon it was, because they cut his head off, but they never found the weapon. So how y'all charge her with a weapon y'all never found and give her an extra 8 years on top of that? But that's crazy. I don't know though, man. I don't know. I do think, like I said, I got the chat up, the poll in the chat. I do think she probably did hit him over the head, which probably either killed him or she thought he was dead, even if he wasn't. But somebody else definitely helped her cut that head off, or unless she blacked out and went to crazy mode and turned into Dexter. She summoned her inner Dexter spirit. I don't know, but I don't think she did it herself either.
Okay, thank you. State your first speaker.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you are about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So this is victim impact statements. It's about to get a little bit, not too bad, but they be trying to talk they shit. The man too, he coming up next. His dad, I believe it was, or I don't know, the children's grandpa, somebody like that. We'll find out when he come up. But it's somebody grandpa that be watching the kids. He didn't want to call her nothing but killer and murderer. NJB say, I enjoyed the replay of yesterday's live, fam. Appreciate you tapping in on the replay. Much love.
Please state your full name, spelling your first and last name for the record.
Valeria Willett, Valeria Willette.
And ma'am, what would you like to say to me today?
First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak out. It's been a while, and I'm very thankful. And whatever I'm going to read is what I lived for almost 3 years.
Okay.
Excuse me. The brutal murder that took place on August 7th, 2023 has forever changed my life, my husband's, and my children's life. I am still in shock and traumatized because of this unbelievable act from someone who is selfish and heartless. About a week after Jonathan's murder, we came across a huge responsibility of taking in 2 young girls who we didn't know, and due to the circumstances, we couldn't say no when all others say they couldn't. My life has changed since the notification of my stepson's death, with us taking in 2 girls without a home,
Did it low-key sound like she wanted to say no? She kind of mad at that, huh? She was like, yeah, with these new children, of course we couldn't say no, so now I'm stuck with these little motherfuckers. That's fucked up. Nah, that's what it sounded like her little kind of tone with it.
Sorry. Say they came across a huge responsibility of taking in 2 young girls who we didn't know, and due to the circumstances we couldn't say no when all others say they couldn't. My life has changed since the notification of my stepson's death. With us taking in 2 girls with us taking 2 girls in our home and getting to know them and not knowing of all the trauma they previously had after the murder, even more trauma was added. It has been a tough 2.5 years for all my family. Grieving has been hard at home, since there were times when I needed to break down and cry, but I couldn't because we had 2 girls who depended on our strength. Along came caseworkers, CASA, Boys Towns, and CAP attorneys who visit our home several times a month. This doesn't include the process of getting fingerprinted, classes to be able to assist the girls while with us, and therapy for them and myself, husband on week.
That is a lot of shit though, I ain't gonna lie. For it to just be thrown on you like out of the blue, you wasn't even expecting that. You already dealing with all your own issues, then all of a sudden, all of this shit pop up? That's crazy. Ali said no face, no case, but they still got a case on this one. That's a fact. What up, Dietrich Blackwell? I see you, family. I don't see your message. It might have got deleted, but if it did, you could try to retype it. Sometimes, you know, YouTube just be removing stuff, but oops, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, yeah, let's keep it rolling.
Basis. The girls did not have discipline, boundaries, basic cleanliness, social skills, and proper hygiene. The clothing they brought from Child Haven was unfit for anything except playtime. I contacted their stepfather/brother, Devyn, to see if we could pick up more clothing, and those were not much better. We ended up spending a lot so they could look presentable when in school and out in the community with us. We also had to deal with Casey, our daughter, who was in senior year and fell into depression, making it hard for her to be in school and caused a lot of absences. It was a huge change in her life, having to deal with 2 young girls with so much trauma, and Casey graduated in June of 2024. It has been very hard on us since no other relative has assisted us in caring for the girls, only my immediate family members, which are my adult children. We have now built a relationship with Aunt Kayla, the killer's sister. She stopped by while she was in Las Vegas on business, and we had a great conversation, and she departed as a supportive aunt because of this.
I couldn't hear me. So that's crazy right there too. Her Aunt Kayla, which is the killer's sister as she described her. So that's Devyn Michael's sister, but she didn't show up to do no statement to try to get her less time or say she a good person. She be blacking out, she don't know what happened or none of that. She didn't show up to support her. So I know that didn't help, but it wouldn't have really changed the result anyway, so. But at least she would have had somebody there for her. Christian Fortunato, what's good, family? I see you. Appreciate you joining.
Meeting, the girls have changed their minds of what kind of person she is. We will continue to nurture this relationship with Aunt Kayla and the girls. Through Jonathan, we have gained a true friend who has supported us, especially me. We grieve together, and Bernadette has also lost a best friend. We talk, cry, and express our sorrows about how a person was taken away so brutally. We cannot bring Jonathan back. God has gained an angel in heaven. We believe he is watching over us and the girls. I ask today for justice for our family, especially the girls, because we have been sentenced for life with this tragedy. This will follow them for the rest of their life. We've created a time capsule for them in therapy where they can place notes or items that they can open in the future to remember their journey. We will never again hear his voice, his laughter, or see his expression. Jonathan doesn't have a second chance. His life has been taken, never to return to us. The girls have been left without a dad, stepfather-brother who doesn't make contact with them, and a mother who's in jail. After my marriage of 14 years, I have come to know John.
That's kind of fucked up too. They dad/stepfather. I mean, brother/stepfather. Don't come visit him no more. Don't talk to him. Like, damn, bro. The mom is gone, the dad is gone. You was the closest one there. I don't know how close y'all was, but you her brother and her stepdaddy. Like, you would think you would want some part in their life, but nah, he just wanted Nikki Fairchild. He just wanted that porn coonie.
With him, although we didn't have a close relationship with him, I miss his jokes, laughter, and him being funny. He would come around on holidays and enjoy our time spent with him. Thank you for allowing me to speak about the situation, and I am seeking the hardest penalty in this case. The killer that ended Jonathan's life needs to be put away forever. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, and thank you for being here today.
So next up, wait a minute, what? Oh, okay, I gotta do that. So next up is the father. I don't know. Let's find out who this is. Somebody grandpa. I'm not sure who grandpa this is, but I know he was mad about the whole situation. Let's see where he at. Here we go, right here. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Let's keep it rolling.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you are about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your full name, spelling your first and last name for the record.
James Willett, JamesWillette.
And sir, what would you like to say to me today?
I have a prepared statement
Okay.
that I would like to have you listen to.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
May I have a seat?
Sure.
Your Honor, I must apologize as I'm uncertain of the appropriate name to use. Tracy Reed, Tracy Tavares, Tracy Baker, Devyn Michaels, Nikki Fairchild. But for clarity in this context, I will refer to her as the killer and murderer of my son Jonathan. This horrendous murder crime has affected her two precious children, myself, my wife and my children in the household, my wife's mother, my wife's brother and sisters and their families, my ex-wife and her boyfriend, my remaining son, my grandson who married her, his mother and family, her parents along with her sister's family, and anyone who knows us or were friends with Jonathan. We have all been given a life sentence by a woman who doesn't respect life. She has removed from our lives my son, her daughter's father, her daughter's stepbrother, and all related individuals that were just mentioned. The enduring loss of opportunities to communicate with Jonathan, witness his achievements, and provide guidance is permanent. This absence is not limited to life without parole. It is not replaceable. Each day, sir.
You catch that, NJB? He wanted to name every family member. He wanted to make sure that they was specifically mentioned that they have been affected. Not everybody, but every single person that I could think of that was affected.
This is a reminder of this lasting impact which will persist indefinitely. Regardless of the duration of her sentence, we continue to experience an ongoing sense of loss that will endure throughout our lifetimes. Our circumstances remain unchanged, and correspondingly, there should be no alteration to hers. As we grapple with the magnitude of what has been lost, we find ourselves thrust into unfamiliar roles and responsibilities, forced to adapt and preserve in the face of relentless adversity. The routines we once knew have vanished. replaced by an ongoing quest to provide love, safety, and guidance for young lives so suddenly uprooted. Our whole household has become a place of both deep sorrow and determined resilience as we navigate the labyrinth of legal proceedings, therapy appointments, and daily challenges that arise from a tragedy of this scale. The weight of grief is compounded by the necessity to advocate fiercely for our grandchildren, ensuring their emotional and physical needs are met, even as we...
Okay, the grandchildren. So that's his dad. That's Jonathan Willett. That's his dad on the other side. So that must have been the one who had the baby with Yoko. Okay, that's Yoko baby daddy. Okay, now I see. Now we getting it. That's Yoko baby daddy.
Contend with our own sense of devastation. Despite the overwhelming nature of these circumstances, we are steadfast in our pursuit of healing and justice, propelled by a profound sense of duty to honor Jonathan's memory and to safeguard the well-being of those he cherished most. The tragic passing of my son, Jonathan, has had a profound impact on many individuals, including his two beloved children, his mother, our family, all relatives, the killer's parents and sister, as well as friends and acquaintances of his. We have all received an extreme life sentence, not a 15-year to life term. We have no parole. We just the knowledge and the heartbreak of his loss. Life has taken away my son, her daughter's father, her daughter's stepbrother, who is also her husband, and all others mentioned. The opportunity to communicate with my son, appreciate his life, witness his achievements, and provide support through advice is permanently lost. Every day we are reminded of this irreversible consequence. Nothing will change in 15 years, 20 years, or even our lives. Regardless of any duration served by the killer, Jonathan will not be returned to us. His actions are permanently ceased, and his voice will remain silenced forever. We are enduring a lifelong impact until the end of our days. This situation remains unchanged for us and thus should remain equally unaltered for the killer. We are consistently reminded of the serious impact of the killer's actions.
The killer. That's where you about to be going in with the killer. It should remain the same for the killer. The killer's actions. The killer did this and that. Yeah, Yoko Ono. Yoko Ono. Why is she standing up and she looked like nothing anyone is saying affects her, not even talking about the kids? What the fuck? Yeah, that's crazy too. The Yoko.
On her life. Each day, the killer's daughters wake up to the reality that their father is no longer part of their lives, preventing them from sharing any experiences or creating memories with him. They experience significant long-term effects due to growing up without parental support, relying on grandparents, relatives, and others for assistance during a limited period before achieving independence. We are optimistic that they will understand they are not responsible for these circumstances and their future choices will help them avoid entering this system. Despite this, they will carry the burden of their mother's actions, knowing she has effectively removed both parents from their lives. These events have left two young lives facing significant challenges in their futures following the loss of their father due to her mother's actions. The recent events have been particularly traumatic for our family, especially for the children. My wife and I have attended classes to assist in raising our granddaughters and addressing their trauma. We are supported by caseworkers, CAP attorney, CASA worker, Boys Town worker, therapist, special school.
So hold on. So was the lady that was talking at first, I should have paid attention to who she was because I kind of missed that. Was that his new wife? That's the one that they together now? He got him a new little thing. She looked kind of younger than him. I don't know. It looked like quite an age difference. So I don't know. Maybe that's where it started from, but I don't know. I'll have to go back and see who she was.
Classes coaches, and the daily challenges resulting from the loss of both parents. This situation has impacted everyone involved. We have observed changes in attitudes of our relatives and friends due to this event. Both my wife and I have consulted a therapist for support, which has been beneficial, though the issue remains prominent in our lives every day. We have attended numerous court dates related to both the murder trial and the cases involving the child abuse and termination of parental rights. The significant time spent traveling, communicating with district attorneys, and enduring the anticipation of trial outcomes has severely impacted our mental health and well-being. Such experience.
Oh yeah, but they is in Las Vegas now. You know about Las Vegas. You know Las Vegas. I was his new wife, and I was just thinking about the age too. Facts. The new bun. He like them young firm buns.
Are immensely challenging, particularly when one child is tragically taken by murder, as Jonathan has. As a retiree, I anticipated enjoying my golden years, but now my wife and I find ourselves responsible for raising preteen once again. It is essential to emphasize that while we deeply care for the girls and are concerned about their future, proper medical care and dedicated personnel can help ensure they lead normal lives. We are making notable progress with Janaea, who is determined to improve her life and
Wait, that explained too why she got a little more attitude. Hold on. That explained why she got a little bit more attitude, why she mad too. She like, this ain't even my family. I didn't sign up for this. I ain't related to none of y'all motherfuckers. I came here to get my money. Now these kids is taking away from my money. I ain't with this nigga for nothing. Y'all fucking up the bag.
situation. Despite holding 3 licenses, foster kinship, relative foster home advanced foster care, and professional caregiver pre-service training, we continue to enhance our understanding of the trauma experienced by our granddaughters. These children have never experienced loving discipline nor had real interaction with others, as they were homeschooled rather than attending school. Consequently, there is a significant lack of etiquette in social environments and personal interactions with peers and friends. This is especially difficult for us in a family setting or gatherings on special occasions. Throughout this difficult and painful experience, our resilience has been tested beyond measure as we navigate the complexities of the judicial system and endeavor to provide a stable environment for our granddaughters amid relentless adversity. The emotional and practical burdens we bear have transformed our daily existence, challenging us to find strength in one another and in support systems available to us. Despite the constant reminders of the loss and the enduring pain etched in every aspect of our lives, we strive to foster hope for the future of our grandchildren, advocating for their safety, well-being, and justice in the wake of such irreparable harm. We have faced countless obstacles in our efforts to piece together a sense of normalcy, persistently navigating bureaucratic hurdles and emotional turmoil. Every aspect of our daily existence has been altered. Every future plan reshaped by consequences of a single unforgivable act. The weight of responsibility continues to rest heavily upon us as we advocate for justice and stability, not only for our own heart, but for most importantly, for Jonathan's children whose futures have been so deeply scarred. We are requesting, per Marcy's law, the Senate Joint Resolution SJR Section 1, letter G, to reasonably notice of all public proceedings, including...
Hold on. First. Now she done gained some bonus kids. That's a fact. She didn't volunteer. Hold on. My bad, I didn't want to cough all in your ear. But yeah, she didn't volunteer herself to some bonus children now. And then this dude up here, he done brought case law with him like he a lawyer. He like, I want you to prosecute her under HJC 193-456. Like, what the hell? Where you get it? He must be a lawyer or know some lawyer family or something. He went and looked up the codes and the statutes of what he wanted you to hit her with.
Delinquency Joint Resolution SJR Section 1, letter G, to reasonably notice of all public proceedings, including delinquency proceedings, upon request at which the defendant and the prosecutor are entitled to be present, and all parole or other post-conviction release proceedings, and to be present for all of these proceedings. Section N, to be informed of all post-conviction proceedings, to participate and provide information to the parole authority, to be considered before the parole of the offender, and to be notified upon request of the parole or other release of the offender. Section P, to have all monetary payments, money, and property collected from any person who has been ordered to make restitution to be first applied to payment to pay the amounts ordered as a restitution of the victim. As we move forward, it remains imperative that the lifelong consequences endured by our family, and especially our grandchildren, who will endure this crime for many years, are gone, are met with unwavering commitment to accountability and truth. The emotional scars, the logistic obstacles, and the persistent sense of emptiness cannot be erased. But through steadfast support and continued vigilance, we hope to honor Jonathan's memory and instill a sense of security and justice for his daughters. We deeply care for our grandchildren and find it challenging to come to terms with the actions taken by their mother, both regarding our lives and more significantly those of her children. The impact of this trauma may have lasting life on them. For instance, there is uncertainty who will accompany them during important events such as walking them down the aisle, at their weddings,
No. He's sleeping.
graduations, birthdays, etc. There are moments in life when one must pause to reflect on one's circumstances. We examine all the known facts and attempt to understand them. The court hearings related to both the termination of parental rights and the criminal case. This planned and calculated murder, and remind it was planned and calculated, is not justified in any way or manner, and the killer needs to be incarcerated for the rest of her life. We respectfully request that the maximum penalty behind bars without parole be imposed for this heinous crime. We consider the act of killing and decapitating the father of the killer's children and husband to be egregious and extremely severe, and should be met with extremely severe punishment. We trust in the wisdom of the court to recognize the full impact of these actions on all parties involved, and to deliver a resolution that both acknowledges the depth of our loss and upholds the principles of justice upon which our faith now rests. Thank you for providing me the opportunity to share my perspective on this criminal murder. I now defer to your judgment on this murder case.
Thank you.
Yeah, my dude done definitely talked in court before. I don't know what he do, but that was definitely some court language. He was hitting all the key points. I don't know if he was working with the lawyer or what, but he made sure that record reflected everything he exactly wanted it to say. He talk about SJR resolutions and all type of shit. What's that, the Senate Joint House? I know the House Joint Resolutions. What's SJ? I don't know what that one is. I'm gonna have to look that up. I know HJR is House Joint Resolution. So I assume that SJR must be Senate. I don't know. I have to look it up. Puff passing that. We keeping it going. We almost to the next section. Almost at the interrogation. We just gonna wrap up this sentencing section. Allie, don't be dropping your blunts in the puddles. Whoop whoop.
Sir, and thank you very much for being here today. Well, I think when Mr. Draskich said it's been quite a roller coaster that got everybody here, I think that's quite an understatement as to how we got here. But I did preside over this trial for 2 weeks, and I was able to hear all the evidence that was presented by the state, as well as I was the judge when this case was originally negotiated in a settlement conference, and then Ms. Michaels wanted to withdraw that plea and proceed to trial. And the jury has ruled, and we all have to respect the decision of the jury. But I have to say, and I think Mr. Willett said it best, and as well as so did his wife, because one of the biggest concerns that I think we should all have as we deal with this is the fact that these children are going to be left without either one of their parents. And it's not any fault of theirs, it's not anything that they played a part in, but as well as everything that they had endured up to this point. And now, Ms. Michaels, based on your actions, they are going to be left without either one of their parents. Pursuant to the jury's verdict, you're going to be adjudicated guilty of first-degree murder with use of a deadly weapon. In addition to the $25 administrative assessment fee, your DNA was taken in 2022, so it's waived. The $3 DNA assessment fee, you're going to be ordered to pay $5,000 in restitution to victims of crime. You're going to be sentenced to 240 months to life in the Nevada Department of Corrections. There's going to be a consecutive 96 to 240 months in the Nevada Department of Corrections for the deadly weapon enhancement, and as of today, you have 780 days credit for time served.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beat.
I'm gonna run that back a little bit because she was going super fast, and I don't know if y'all caught what she said, but pretty much she said, you going to jail forever. But very fast with a lot more words. Let's run it back a little bit, see if we could comprehend what she said.
Thank you.
Nevada Department name was taken in 2022 by their parents. All of theirs, it's not anything that they played a part in, but as well as everything that they had endured up to this point. And now, Ms. Michaels, based on your actions, they are going to be left without either one of their parents. Pursuant to the jury's verdict, you're going to be adjudicated guilty of first-degree murder with use of a deadly weapon. In addition to the $25 administrative assessment fee, your DNA was taken in 2022, so it's waived. The $3 DNA assessment fee, you're going to be ordered to pay $5,000 in restitution to victims of crime. You're going to be sentenced to 240 months to life in the Nevada Department of Corrections. There's going to be a consecutive 96 to 240 months in the Nevada Department of Corrections for the deadly weapon enhancement, and as of today, you have 780 days credit for time served.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So 240 something months, whatever she said. Anyway, it was 20 years is what she got. I don't know. She said a whole bunch of other stuff, and then another something months, which is another 8 years for the weapon consecutive, which means it runs on top of it. So that means 28 years, family. 28 years to life.
Mr. Draskich, your office will be allowed to withdraw at this point. Mr. Brown, we are going to appoint you as appellate counsel so that you can file the notice of appeal. Yes, you can put it. Thank you, guys.
Ali said, we ain't got no puddles right now, just a lot of snow. You out there in the snow? Got the snow cracking out there, huh? Yeah, that's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy. So yeah, 20 years plus 8 years. So 28 years, family. And next up, we got the interrogation video, because I want to go through it, and I tried to clear up the audio, so hopefully it sound a little better. I know it ain't going to be perfect, but at least we'll be able to kind of hear what they saying a little clearer. So I'm going to load that up next. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all.
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
What?
See if I can get some sounds rolling up in this joint. Alright. She was hella quick with that sentence. For real, got her up out of there. That's a fact. That's a fact. If y'all would like to donate, here go the links right here. Cash App, Versatile 369. You can scan the QR code. Or if you would like to donate through PayPal, if you want to become a member, you can do that there also, because I can't do it here currently. So shit, you can sign up and pay a monthly donation if you choose to. Other than that, I appreciate y'all. We still getting it. No one say she going forever. So don't worry about that $25. That will be waived. She went so damn fast. Like, dang, Judge. Yeah, I had to double back and play it twice. You couldn't even really hear it just because she was going so fast. Plus, we had it on a little bit speed up, so it go a little quicker. I wonder if they take your commissary for restitution. I'm not sure, so don't quote me, but I don't think so. I don't think that counts, but I think she has to actually work that off. Like the restitution, I think she gonna have to get a job like while she's in jail, and then part of that payment will go towards her restitution. I believe. I'm not sure though, but I think that's how that works. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know in the comments. A frozen blunt ain't gonna burn right. You dropped your blunt in the snow now. She dropping them in the puddles. Now she dropped them in the snow. Won't roll right either. Can't roll a frozen blunt. Actually, you can roll a frozen blunt. I mean, you could, like, if you freeze a blunt, you can roll it after. Let me see. I gotta verify this name before I shout them out. We got a donation coming through, but I don't want to say their real name, so let me look at the message and see if the name is in the message. NJB Nene, showing love. Shout out to NJB Nene. Appreciate you for the 10 spot. Y'all show some love to NJB Nene. Drop some virtual coins or some NJBs or whatever y'all can. I know we ain't got the all the shit nizzles right now, but yeah, we got you. NJB, well, I was about to say we need to make you a emoji, but I guess we could save that. But if you got one in mind, I'll throw you one in there so I could pop it up. Appreciate the love, family. Y'all show NJB some love for the support. All right, let's get back into it now. We're going to get into the interrogation video without any further ado. Let me add NJB to the thank you list. The appreciation for the sponsorship. Here, let me do that real quick. NJB Nene. All right. Shout out to NJB Nene. Y'all show her some love, and we're going to get right to it.
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
What?
You have your best year ahead of you right now. You have a big decision to make right now. A huge decision that can ultimately affect your two little girls. But one time that you sit here and have this conversation with you, you have this immediate look. The two will work two ways. When you write this report, we're going to say that it was non-reversible, not even emotional.
Sir,
You don't have to call me sir, alright? We're beyond that, alright? It's Christopher. Okay? My apologies, I assume that he introduced myself even though I wasn't in the room. Alright? So as we move forward, my question to you before we get into details is that there's no mic in that room. You described something to me that you picked up. So that means one thing. When you left, you took it with you. Or you hid it. You saw it in mind. So somehow there came mind and you saw the object. Because we know it was not on the bed and we know it was not on the floor. So that's the stuff that I'm talking about. Does that make sense? So where is it? Okay, so where is it? Where'd you put it?
Real quick, a weapon they never found, right? So he asking her, he interrogating, where'd you put it? She never said she put it nowhere. and they never found it. So how did she get an extra 8 years for a weapon y'all never even found? How you know what type of weapon it was? She do look crazy though, Ali. That's a fact. She do, and this interrogation ain't gonna make it no better. Her responses and the way she be talking, her attitudes and shit, it do make her look way more guilty. If she wouldn't have said nothing in this interrogation, it might not have been so bad, but it look even worse after watching this. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's your situation right here. This happens right here. You hear Joe coming down the stairs. You don't know you're coming in here. You just said that this came off of you, so say, right? That's not what I'm saying. This right here. You don't know you're coming down, you said knock him out. Is he there? So you rush up to the kitchen. Yes. Okay. And you say, oh, he's drunk, don't sleep off, or whatever, not to come down there. And then she goes upstairs. It's at 1 o'clock, right? You go back down there. You're there for an hour and 4 minutes. There's video or anything else from the neighborhood. Everything around there. We know exactly what time you left. We had tracks on your car going from all your address down the address. All the way back to your house and everything else. So we know exactly what time you left, what time you got home. So you're there for an hour and 4 minutes. You can't just get out of it. They talk about the cleaning supplies, the ammonia and stuff like that. You said that you saw them on the road, yeah, you saw them. Okay, who is that?
I don't know anything about his passenger. She didn't ask me. I don't know anything about that. Can I just say that before?
Okay, so you saw the cleaning supplies?
Yes, there was some on the floor. That the laundry area, yes.
Okay, so John's right here. You hit him. He lays there. You go out. Now we have an hour where you don't. You just don't remember that. Where did you go back there and do?
Just cleaning up the dishes and things.
Cleaning up the dishes in his room?
That's it. So we get everything done, yes.
No, at yoga.
What were you doing? The dishes and everything.
Stop. What's happening?
Just clean.
What were you cleaning?
I was literally just cleaning up the area. When I left, and I hit him, he was breathing. I didn't.
I didn't know it was breathing.
You told me he was breathing.
Okay.
Chest was up and down.
Okay, you said it dark.
You still knows he was breathing.
In the dark.
It's not pitch dark, but yeah, it's not.
So you can't see an area on his head because it's so dark, but you can see his chest wounded? You can't see what you grab off the shelf because it's so dark, then you walk over, and then you see him breathing?
Yeah, you could see it's a person breathing. Your eyes get jealous.
Oh, then your eyes should have just before those.
I just don't know what makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, I'm not
So right hand or left hand you use?
Right, sir.
Right. Okay, well, I'm trying to clarify, so I don't take all that long.
I already said I feel horrible about it, but I didn't know sure.
Why did you get to the place? Pain on you?
She kind of leave me alone.
Hey, you got up and walk away. Why did you get up and walk out? You can let you walk out there, right? Why do you say that? Okay, you got up, walked over there, and walked back. You never said anything where you just have to get off that, right?
It wasn't like that.
What was it like? What was it like? So, you tell us, you get it in the head, right here, where you're showing us. And he doesn't move from that.
And that already that's part of the reason why she convicted right there, because that already kind of makes her guilty. Whether or not she chopped off his head, she hit him over the head with that log, and next thing you know, his head missing, and or whatever she hit him with. But next thing you know, his head missing, and yeah, and he dead. So she was the last one with him, the last one around him, and she admitted to hitting him over the head after giving him a massage. Sat there and massaged the nigga, got him all comfortable and relaxed, and then went and grabbed the log out the fireplace and bammed him upside the head. That's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe she did do it, but I don't think she cut his head off though. I think somebody else had to help her with that.
Okay, so you came around for an hour and 40 minutes. I did not know I was there. Okay, but that doesn't know it or not. You were there. You were there for an hour and 40 minutes hanging around with somebody you just hit the head to make sure that they're doing okay. Do you call an ambulance or anything? Do you go over to physically touch him or check out or anything? Did you say anything? What? Did you ever hear that late? Who was unconscious? From one force to that. Don't look at my little two questions, it's a valid question. Did you roll him from his back? Did his run off? How did you check on this? Okay, so you're hanging out this room for an hour. Well, no, you weren't. Unless you're running around, go back and think it's that house or but that's what you're doing. Okay, so describe to me what you're doing during this time. Don't say me. Just kept moving around. Is it because you're a man? I understand. That was all. That's part of your hand. Okay, let me ask you this: were you in a panic because you knew the person was in severe life-threatening injuries?
No, sir. No.
Did you please? I don't want to ask because I've been doing this too long to understand what's going on. So it's fine. Okay, explain.
The nicest person in the world, and try to do everything he could to help.
Okay, so you have some resentment towards him.
Yes, that wasn't for me. It's for them.
There's going to be some dislike towards that person. I understand that. That's reality. I get that. But for you not to go into detail on exactly what happened, other than the fact that you did him, is not going to help you out. I'm telling you that. You have amnesia. Do you take medication for memory loss?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what type of medication do you take?
I don't know the names of it, but I do take medication.
Who's your doctor that prescribes that?
History.
What history things?
Medical history, because I do take medication for seizures, headaches, memory loss, sights, all sorts of.
Okay, so is there a possibility that you could not be in your right frame of mind while you were there that night? Because of what medications you were on? Okay. So the people on medications that come home to their thinking, sometimes they do things that they don't believe that they're doing. Does that make sense? Okay. So now reading you sounds like that could be a possibility. That's not a question.
I just don't remember. They're telling me things out, and like I don't remember doing that. You're saying I was there that long.
You know you were there. I was trying to tell you you got videos of after you eating.
I remember talking about getting my stuff, leaving, going to the pharmacy, going home.
So she was trying to say she wasn't there, but then they got the phone records, I guess, that say she was there, and she said she was there. So I don't know. She kind of mixing her story up at this point.
What you don't understand is you're under arrest, okay? There is going to be a police report, and it's going to have the interviews that we have with you. And I think anybody believes that he was laying here, you did it in the head. You don't know what you do for an hour and 4 minutes. You leave, he's found in the exact same spot, dead. And you're like, oh, I don't know.
The video didn't feel real, and I don't.
I understand. So you're not in the right frame of mind. Maybe there's medications that will make it feel like it's not real.
No, but I think like all of this feels like a nightmare. Like it's just like I remember being with him and him us talking and everything like that, but the actual it does not feel real. I don't feel I was there that long. I remember being there, yoga, pharmacy, home. I thought I was home at like 2 something. You guys were saying it was
2:42.
Yeah, I promise you.
So what do you do that time?
She blacked out when she went and dropped that head off. She was somebody else. She don't remember that part. No, I don't remember that part, Pinky. I don't remember what happened between that time. But the head was missing. Had to go find somewhere to put it. She left that shit in the McDonald's trash can. They recycle.
How long did you sleep for?
2 hours.
Because you get home at 2:42, you're texting John's phone, saying, oh, I can't find this, where's this? And then, like, remember, you took your phone, you took his phone, so you don't need that. I read text messages between you, Dad, everyone else, things like that. Okay, it was if you got home and showered and then went to bed, then you about 1 hour. Then you would be able to sleep, wake up and start looking. If that. So it doesn't look like you slept at all.
It's a bit odd, but you guys are telling me I'm there for a long time, and I know for a fact that's not, but it's.
Yes, that is exactly. You can say, I don't think I was there that long. I don't remember.
I don't remember, and in my recollection, it was not like that.
If she was gonna use the I don't remember, she should have started with that and just stuck to that. She should have hit him with the I don't recall from the beginning. I don't recall the whole thing, the whole time. That should have been her answer to everything. I don't recall. I don't recall. I blacked out. I don't know. I don't remember. I blacked out. I got a sickness. I got a mental sickness that I black out sometimes. So, cause she gonna try to say that later, but she should have started with that.
I remember talking to you, giving her the keys, picking up my stuff, and walking out the door. I think that one more thing is that I do not remember any of this. They told me, they asked me where's his head, and until then I didn't know anything about that. They're like, well, didn't Devyn tell you that? Devyn didn't tell me anything about that. Well, did he leave that night? No, I don't remember Devyn leaving, but I don't remember anything. I just remember going home and everything. I don't remember driving to the pharmacy. I just remember being at the pharmacy.
Okay. They told you he's dead. They said you did not even wait.
It doesn't sound believable. Who does that?
I don't know. You know us. That's it. This whole thing, everything you're saying does not make sense. I was here. I did this. Do you think anybody's going to believe you? I hit her in the head and I left. I told you, when did you get it? When did you get that home? Did you find it was given to you earlier? And when was that?
That's crazy though. Do you think anybody's gonna believe you? Like, you supposed to be asking me the questions and I'm telling you what's happening. How you in here talking about, do you think anybody's gonna believe you? And then the jury sitting here watching this too. They like, yeah, you know what? You right. Why would we believe that? I agree with the officer.
So that night, okay, he had one key to the truck. Okay, so why would he give you one key to the truck when he's supposed to be over there in 2 hours? And your fault. Yeah, he's supposed to come over when you want to take this to the. So how was he supposed to get your house in?
I don't think I'm supposed to take them. I know I'm supposed to keep the social security card, but I don't think I'm supposed to take them.
So she had the keys to his truck, because she was driving his truck, and then she had his social security cards and all that. I remember we played some of that before, because remember we played that at the same time when we showed that the daughters came out with the phone with the blood on it. excuse me. They came out while she was talking to the investigator. They came out talking about, here go daddy's phone right here. Crazy stuff. So they got caught up too. They got mixed in too, because that made her look bad. You saying, I don't know where none of this is. I don't know what you talk about. And then all of a sudden the mom come out with the phone. I mean the daughters come out with the phone, and it got his blood on it too.
I really enjoy the process of that.
Because when you gave them to me, I didn't realize what I was thinking, and I just put them away and said, if you won't say it.
That's not normal. You just said when you gave it to me, but I don't think I was supposed to say it.
No, I said in hindsight. I literally said in hindsight, I don't think I was supposed to take those. The social security card he gave me, the other cards he gave me, you could see that on the status number, he hands me the card. But those ones, I don't think I was supposed to take them out of that house. I was just supposed to put them up, and then in the morning, he was supposed to go and get them. That's what I said. In hindsight, I don't think that's
So why are you wrapping on that actually how you get pressure cooker?
I wrapped them up. I don't think I was supposed to bring those with me.
You're not answering my question. Why were they wrapped up in plastic bags and put in your underwear?
I wrapped them up right then and there in front of me.
Right, so that's another crazy fact. So on top of all that, the shit that they found was wrapped up in a plastic bag in her underwear drawer. So his social and all this shit, like, why would you have that tucked away, hidden inside a drawer, and he dead? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just bad timing. Whatever it is, he talking about he gave it to you. Don't nobody really give nobody their social, especially if you married to their son. I don't know. That's kind of awkward, but. They didn't. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that is kind of like evidence, kind of.
Why did you still run aggressive? One time, another time, another time. It was like one of them. Time. It was repeatedly wrapped over and over. This was a thoughtful process. Put it in there, tie it up. Put it in another bag, tie it up.
Right. I didn't realize what I had at the time. And he's saying keep them safe, so I'm wrapping everything up and I'm hiding it.
For what reason?
I don't know. He didn't say anything. He gave me this. He says keep it safe. It was the social security card.
The social security card is like back up.
Right. I didn't get a chance to put that away.
Okay. Hold on. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt, right? So, could it be possible that he was in some gambling troubles and he was getting into some stuff with some people, and he didn't want them to take the stuff from him because they was coming around beating him up, taking everything he got. So he didn't want them to get it, so he gave it to her, like, here, hide this for me, hold this for me, I'll get it from you later when I move with you, whatnot. So that could be possible. It could be, like, because I still don't know. This could have been a mob hit. He could have had some gambling debt. This is Vegas now. And after she hit him over the head with that log, they was like, well, shit, we might as well go finish it off. She started it, we seen it, and then we went and wrapped it up. But then what she was doing the whole time, she driving around, nope, that ain't gonna work, nope.
You take that is not a safe spot. The only thing that he asked you to keep safe, you keep in your backpack. But the stuff that you were not supposed to take, you wrapped up 8 times, 8 separate times in bags, and then did that. No, I don't.
I got home. It was late. I showered and went to bed. I said, in the morning, I would source for everything. I would talk to John, and we would live in their house.
None of that makes sense. If you
None of
said,
it makes any sense to me at all.
okay, if you said anybody else, the jury, the judge, or the general public, to believe anything what you're saying,
Because as we trust is not very clear.
what does that look like to you? You don't know?
This is John?
That's the Mr. John thing, you guys on?
Yeah, but he had his boxes on.
But they have his office on.
He had his boxers on. His boxers were black boxer briefs. He had boxer briefs on.
That's what I'm talking about. The shit's getting there. Keep looking at that. Take another look at this. This is reality we're talking about. Think long and hard about your decisions on how you go forward and explain the bullshit that you're giving us right now. Nobody's going to believe you.
I understand.
And tell us where the object is that you use to do this. Tell us where that is.
I don't know.
That's not good enough.
That's not good enough. On there, that's not good enough. Hey, that was her first little bitty piece of cry. She said, I don't know, kind of in a slight cry voice. But she ain't had no type of emotion towards him being dead this whole time. So, yeah, that's kind of suspect, too. Like, she not, like, tearing up. Like, you know, a family member dead. You know, your baby daddy, even if you not with him now, even if you is married to his son, you obviously must have some type of love for him if you was going to let him move back in. But if him moving back in was part of the reason you killed him, then I don't know. Then maybe you might not have no emotion attached to it. I don't know. Crazy work, huh, NJB? That's a fact.
You did that. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Then prove it.
How do I prove that?
Because you're the last person to see him alive. And you're the last person to live in. You did that. That's reality. Look at that picture. He's gone.
This is the exact spot where you left
Prove it. I know I did. You give us right now. Nobody's going to believe you.
I understand.
And tell us where the object is that you used to do this. Tell us where that is.
I don't know.
That's not good enough. You did that. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Then prove it.
How do I prove that?
Because you're the last person to see him alive. And you're the last.
Hey, that's some bullshit right there, though. You did it. I didn't do it. Then prove it. What you mean prove it? How you gonna prove a negative? You can't prove a negative. That's a fucked up situation. Talk about proving. No, you prove it. It's your job. Go find the person that actually did it, because I didn't do it. That's fucked up if she didn't do it. But, I mean, I don't know. Shit. Only one that know is her. And whoever else did it.
Person did it. You did that. That's reality. Look at that picture.
How do I prove that?
Because you're the last person to see him alive. You did that. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Then prove it.
How do I prove that?
Because you're the last person to see him alive. And you're the last person to live in. You did that. That's reality. Look at that picture. He's gone.
This is the exact spot where you left What do you think? If you were going to see this, what do you think they're going to think?
Now she crying. Now you crying. The way they spin narratives, though, they just fill in the blanks with whatever it seems like. Right. Whatever makes their story fit. That's a fact. That's a fact. Oops.
This is kind of the easy flow. Holding this in is just kind of fucking eating you alive. You guys be going nuts.
For the sake of your daughters, tell us where the weapon is at so we can recover it and there can be some closure for your two daughters when they grow up for the rest of their lives. You owe it to them. That is their father. You owe it to them. Stop. Don't even say it. Stop. It's not good enough. Tell me something that I can go research to know that you didn't do this. Give me some evidence that I can go follow with so I can help you in front of a jury of 6 or 12. Look at the photo. Your children will never see them again. Ever. And that's a choice that you decided. You decided for them. You left it there. You hit him in the head, unconscious, not moving. No, this is because it emptied out after you cut his head off.
I didn't cut his head off.
Oh, what did you do?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Explain how this happened.
I don't know. I can't cut a person's head off.
But you hit him with the skin. Is there a chance that that could have been an item?
Look at how she looked at him. She's about to jump on him. Oh, let me scoot this one so y'all can see her a little clearer. I'll run that part back. She's about to flinch at him like, what happened to that crying? Now she back in gangster mode. I don't know. I didn't do it. Why is he all flustered? Yeah, that's a good question. Well, I guess trying to make her mad. He trying to amp her up so he could, cause he know that camera on. That's really what it is. Really, they doing all this for the camera because they know this shit gonna look bad as hell in court.
Explain how this happened.
I don't know. I can't cut a person's head off.
But you hit him with the skin.
How she know she can't cut a person's head off unless you tried? All you gotta do is put your mind to it.
Is there a chance that that could have been an item of some sort? Why? How do you know, sorry? Doesn't make sense, does it? Okay. That's the exact spot where you said he's at, right?
Let me see. Let me run that back a little bit.
You left him there. You hit him in the head, unconscious, not moving. No, this is because it emptied out after you cut his head off.
I didn't cut his head off.
Oh, what did you do?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Explain how this happened.
I don't know. I can't cut a person's head off.
But you hit him with the skin. Is there a chance that that could have been an item of some sort? Why? How do you know, sorry? Doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah, there you go, right there. You believed her on that part, huh? When she said she didn't cut his head off and she can't cut a person's head off. That's why she had to call somebody to help her. That's where the son came in at. And then she did the look right after though. I'll rewind it just 10 seconds and watch the look she give him though. He said something and she was about to say something, but she changed her mind. She decided to hold it in, but she was ready to let him have it.
Is there a chance? We want to know where the object is that you used to do this. Where is the object? Tell us where the object is at right now so we can start working closure for your daughters. So doesn't make sense, does it? There is no doubt in my mind that you did that. You owe it to your girls to have closure. We want to know where the object is that you used to do this. Where is the object? Tell us where the object is at right now so we can start working closure for your daughters.
Oh no, I missed it. I went too far ahead, but it's fine. We keep it rolling. What is this face she making now? She changing into different people. She over here, she got a lot of little different little entities inside of her coming through right now.
Do you expect anybody to believe that? Listen, just listen to that. Listen to exactly that. What you just said. I don't remember. I wasn't there that long. We can prove 100% you were there that long. You remember everything else. You remember going to the CVS, getting your daughter's prescription, getting home. Oh, I showered. I started looking for school supplies. I started doing all this. I remember everything except the hour and 4 minutes after I cracked it in the head. His cell phone is at his house. You leave, drive back to your house. His cell phone now gets back to your house and has blood on it. It was not left at your house. Your house. His cell phone now gets back to your house and has blood on it. It was not left at your house.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. The Celly. That is, yeah, that is crazy now. Hey, look, hey, y'all know I was trying to fight for it just because, man, I don't want to see no black women in prison, especially, our porn star celebrities. Like, you know what I'm saying? She used to be a number one. Not that I used to watch her or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, I don't want to see it, so I was rooting for her. But now watching this again, that is kind of crazy. Like, how you got his phone at your house, and then your kids is the one that come out and give it to the detective. Yeah, I don't know. That's a bad look.
Yes, indeed. There's no possible chance that you would forget dating somebody, cutting your head off. You're going to be disposed of this.
Being a person is something.
Yeah, it is.
To do this is something completely different.
Believe me, I know. That's why you're sitting here. You sat here this whole time and made faces and stuff like that. I'm just trying to say with you.
I've been crying all damn day.
Really?
Yes, I have.
Okay, because they said, when they showed you and told you that you was, I'm just trying to say with you.
I've been crying all damn day.
Really?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
She been crying all damn day. All right, no comment. We're going to keep it going. I ain't going to talk about it. I ain't going to get on her too bad for that one. But she sure don't look like she been crying to me.
Because they said, when they showed you and told you that he was decapitated, you didn't even know it.
They didn't show me he was decapitated. They told me. I don't know how to feel about this. This is disgusting. It is utterly disgusting. If you're telling me I did it, no, I didn't do this.
You did this. We're beyond that.
No.
Well, you can be denied all you want. That's not going to help you. You can deny all you want. But we've been doing this too long to explain to you. We're giving you an opportunity to save face for you and the rest of your family. We're giving you that opportunity. But for you to sit here and deny that you did that, we're beyond that. We are so beyond that. There is no doubt in our mind that we can prove this in a court of law with a jury. You did this. However, you have an opportunity to save faith and have closure for your daughters and tell us where the weapon is. And don't sit here and say, I don't know. Where's the last place that you put it? Don't say, I don't know. Because just like Detective Brown said, is you were very descriptive up to and very descriptive afterwards. However, there was that hour, that window that you were with him, which you said you were in a panic. No shit, you were in a panic. I would be in a panic too. You remember what you did. So tell us what you did. I know it's weighing on you. You see it all over your face. You're going to feel better once you get it off your chest. Nobody is here to pass judgment on you. Not a single person.
Psycho killer Norman Bates. Dang, NJB said she got off light with the 28. You think that was light for her? Damn.
Okay, I know whoever you're praying to is telling you to do the right thing and tell us what we're asking. Tell us the answer to it. You're going to feel better. I'm telling you right now. You're going to feel better. And you can start that closure and you can start moving on. Because that is the right thing to do. And you know it's the right thing to do. I know you know that. I know you're a good person. There has to be a reason why it's happening. If you could explain that, it'd be a lot better off for you. Anyway, I know you're a good person. And listen, lady, I know you can't change this. I know you can't change it. But you can do the right thing and close it the right way. You truly can. I know you can. You are a good person. You do the right thing. Is this how you want your girls to remember you? Or do you want to have a reason, an explanation want you to do this.
That's why they pressing so hard for that confession and trying to act like they got her pressed in, because even though he said all that, they really don't have no evidence besides the phone. That don't prove her having his phone with the blood on it don't prove that she killed him, and it ain't really no concrete evidence. So I do agree with that. No one. But all jokes aside, I still want to see concrete evidence, because although she do look guilty, and she probably is guilty. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably guilty. But that's not the burden. The burden of proof is beyond reasonable doubt. And I don't know. It was a lot of reasonable doubt in this case, if you ask me. So I ain't saying she didn't do it. I ain't saying she did. She looked guilty as hell. So she do look guilty. I ain't denying that. But the thing is that they didn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that she did it and did it by herself. They didn't show the head. They didn't show the evidence. They didn't show the weapon. They don't got no face. No, you know what I'm saying? They don't got the face. No face, no case. And ain't nobody else said that they showed her did it. The only thing they really got her with is saying that she hit him over the head with that log. So that kind of fucked her up, but they don't even got the log. They only know that because she said it.
Is something that's like this room, or did this room pass, or what? Why did this happen?
Exactly. They never found his head, Allie. Yep, they never found his head. You right.
It's okay, right? Okay, there's no question. It's gonna be okay. The truth is, it's gonna be okay. You right in. You're a good person to do right in. We're gonna get through this together. We're not an issue, by no means. We're gonna get through this together, but you have to help us. You have to help us while we help you. You're a good person that can tell me I know you are. You're not a monster. You're not a bad person. But you need to start doing the right thing right now. This is where you change things and make things right. This had to happen. You guys are your hurdles to remember you exist. Let's take the reason out of it, okay, for right now. Okay? Where is the object? Just tell us where the object is. That's all we're asking. Right now, let's take small steps. And please, I'm begging you. I'm trying to help you. I'm sincerely trying to help you. Don't go down that road. It's not fair to you or your kids. No, I understand. But you're not allowing us to go through this together. You put up this wall, and you're in denial. This is reality, as I said before. This is not going away. But you have an opportunity right now to make things right for yourself. To start moving in the right direction. You start to have an opportunity for closure for his parents, for your children.
NJB say especially them choosing not to pursue whoever else was involved. Facts, because it seems like to everybody, obviously, it seems like she didn't commit this act by herself, but they didn't pursue nobody else. Like, they just pressed it all on her because she the celebrity. They wanted that celebrity ticket. They like, we gonna get one of these celebrities. We didn't get Tupac, but we gonna get this one. Shout out to NJB for that one. Ali said, and I'm not sure why the son wasn't pressured the way she is, because I really, really believe he helped. He helped her. Yeah, that's a good question. The son, even his testimony looked as suspect. So I remember watching that. That was crazy. No one said, not the son, the grandma, not Bun Bun, a new Bun Bun. Nope, just her. Not Yoko. I don't know what. Yoko was like, yeah, shit, get this nigga up out of here. Crazy.
Understandable. This is simply amazing. In my 22-year career, this is amazing to hear you sit here and say that. Listen.
Maybe it's because I didn't get rid of it.
Are your fingerprints DNA agreed on either one of those bottles? Why not? Let me guess, number.
That one,
Where did you move these from?
it was in the hallway.
This is the hallway, right?
There's like the lane in the hallway in the bank.
That's what these are. They're laying in the hallway. Right there.
Like set it up. And it was completely full.
So these are tipped over, laying right where they're at. You walk over and set it up and then leave and not set that up.
Yeah, but that was like hours earlier in the day.
What was hours earlier in the day?
Like, 6, 7 in the evening, earlier in the day.
So these are sitting there all day long.
No.
Yes, these are there the next day. You're just saying that these are in the hallway anyway. They're in the same spot where you just said.
Right, but it was not like that. I'm not sure where it is.
Okay. So, you got this same bottle over at your house? No, you don't? What is this? So you don't even know what it is, you're saying no? Cross road? Soft road? Yeah. So you said no? You don't have that at your house? Said I'm not going to shoot.
That is
Yeah. Listen.
wait,
That's the one key because it's, I don't know, it's no, listen, you can sit here and say, do you think you're smarter?
no, I don't think I'm smarter than anybody, but I didn't do this.
Okay. And
It's only because I have the same cleaning.
no.
That's what they want right there. They want them wilding out, yelling shots right there, because that make her ass look crazy in front of the jury. They know when they see that, they gonna be like, "Oh, she does look like she'll chop somebody's head off." No one said Yoko familiar with the katana. Not the katana. Facts. Yoko thought she had came up, huh? For real.
The cell phone that you say you have to take, the cell phone from his house back to your house after he's dead. This blood. His wallet, his keys, things that you're not supposed to have wrapped up in a bag anytime shoved in your underwear drawer. Number one, you're the last person to see him. You're the last person to physically assault him. Hit him in the head. He's in the exact same spot. You remember everything.
And it would have been one thing. Hold on real quick. He said, because the keys and all the stuff in the bag, because even myself, I was thinking, well, shit, maybe whoever did the hit, maybe they good. And they went and dropped off some of the evidence to make her look more guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like, make her look more guilty by putting the social security cards and all this stuff in her drawer, put his keys in the drawer, put the phone there. But she didn't deny none of that. She didn't say she didn't have it. She said, well, she kind of said she don't know why she had it, but she didn't say, like, I didn't have it. Or no, she said he gave it to me. That's what she said. She said he gave it to me. I would be like, nah, y'all put that shit there. That shit wasn't there when I put my drawers on this morning. That shit wasn't in there. I don't know what you talking about. Y'all set me up. Fuck that. Fuck that. Y'all put that shit there.
For getting credit cards and EBT cards and which specific gas station and this and that, going to CVS, see if how is this, it's school, he's supposed to be here at 5 a.m. or whatever time to go do all this stuff, taking school and this and that. Did you ever go to school that day? Why not? Because your kids aren't registered for school? Because your kids aren't registered for school? Why does he have registered? No. No, both parents don't have registered. They generally don't go to school to drop the kids off at school on the very first day of school to register them.
Yes, John was supposed to.
Okay, so all of this stuff that And if the only thing that you don't remember is the time that you were denying you're at the house, where 100% you were there for an hour and 4 minutes, running around the room that you can't explain.
Not the katana.
Okay, that's all too. Good luck with that, because that is not good fun. But I think you're done. Absolutely. If you're everything you can have the audacity to get them closer. Shame on you. That's terrible. You're not doing what I'm trying to say about this. Oh, so there's an anger now, huh? I told you from the beginning I didn't. How do you feel?
Hold on. I didn't do it. NJV, FOTG, you make a great point. She didn't help herself or do herself any favors during interrogation or trial. In fact, she would have been better off just keeping her mouth shut and not talking too much about it, because this ain't helping her. Hustle Man out right now. Y'all can go check that out. I was trying to redirect. It ain't working out right, but I'll still maybe play a little bit of it before we get out of here. Appreciate y'all. Y'all go show No One some love with Hustle Man. She said, I didn't do it. I'm going to run that back.
No! Absolutely. If you're everything you can have the audacity to get them closer. Shame on you. That's terrible. You're not doing what I'm trying to say about this. Oh, so there's an anger now, huh? I told you from the beginning to get them closer. Shame on you. That's terrible.
That shame on you got her. She didn't like that. Don't be shaming on me. What you talk about shame on me? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. She turned into a lion right there. The ring. That's now I see what she talking about. She do look like the ring. Chan Black is Golden was saying that last time. She do look like old girl from the ring. I think somebody was saying that. I think it was Chan Black is Golden. If I was wrong, blame it on my mind, not my heart, like Fonnie Willis say.
Absolutely. If you're everything you can have the audacity to get them closer. Shame on you. That's terrible. You're not doing what I'm trying to say about this. Oh, so there's an anger now, huh? I told you from the beginning I didn't. How do you feel against him? No! I think you're just upset that you got all this and no. First, I think that you weren't expecting him to move into your house so soon, so you had to go over to the house.
Damn, and then she ended the sentence with like a slight cry. She went from yelling, I didn't do it, and then ended it with like a slight cry.
No. They killed him at his mom's house, so you wouldn't be the suspect. No. Yeah, he was surprised he was actually about
because it wasn't only food. He just moved tools and DVDs and stuff. You guys were there.
You said he moved all of this stuff.
Tools and DVDs. I didn't say he moved all this stuff. I said he moved a whole bunch of crap.
You want to get somebody to transport it? I know. Let's see what here. Okay. She understands this does not sound even feasible. No, just answer my question. You explained everything except an hour and 4 minutes. That after you hit it in the head, that you don't remember. That's not answering the question.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So that's not feasible to you.
Oh, was that you, No One? That was you that said that? Shorty looked like the ring crawling out the TV. Yeah, that was you. I don't know why I didn't really. I mean, I saw it, but I was like, you know. But now I really see it in my mind. Now I see that full visual. Like, you know, I can see it before, but now I really see it though.
How would it be to the jury or the general public?
I didn't say it wasn't feasible to me. I didn't.
Oh, it's feasible. You remember everything except the hour and 4 minutes after you hit what you had. That's what you're saying?
I didn't do it. Now she back to her whisper talk.
Or if you had to have something for the hour 4 minutes or you were that you were in the house. That's it. That's the only time you don't remember.
I didn't know I said that long.
It doesn't matter if you don't remember.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember being there that long. I didn't know I had.
Okay, so is it possible you did it? You don't remember?
Yes, sir. It is very possible.
Okay, how? Have you had moments in the past where you
Yes.
stuff where
Yes.
is that
Yes, there's things in my past where I cannot remember. And yes, I have talked to my doctor about it. Yes, they're trying to figure out what's going on with me. Yes.
okay? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But what is wrong with you? You say that
I don't know. They're testing me now. I'm supposed to, I think yesterday, for whatever reason, my brain tingled and then I blacked out. And I literally have it on documentation from the doctor, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with me.
okay, you take Xanax or those or anything like that?
I have a whole bunch of pills,
Okay.
and I don't know what they are because they're about 20 different syllables, and I don't know that I didn't do this. I know I
Everybody diagnosed with mental illness or
no. They just tested me for everything. They just did an MRI, an EEG. They were doing a whole bunch of other tests. But yes, I mean, the last thing that has happened to me, I remember my brain starts tingling, and then I would wake up. I don't remember doing any of this. I don't remember being there that day long. I remember getting my daughter's medication. I remember being home. I don't remember even hitting him like that. I know he was pissing me off, so I hit him. But it was at the beginning where he was dead. He was breathing. He definitely had his head on him. You guys are trying to say I did all this stuff. I did not.
you don't remember, is what you're saying. You don't remember doing any of this. Okay. So that's it. There's a possibility that you don't remember doing about that.
I'm not a single person. You guys are telling me that I did all the things on that.
The next day when you woke up, or I don't think that you went to bed based on the activity and things like that. Because when we print out the phone, everything comes out, it's like good about it, everything else. The activity, it appears that you're pretty active the entire night. The next day, what did you do? Did you go to school first, or you went to the oncology? So you drove to school? Did you go to the oncology department first, or to school first? Okay, and you got to school? Which talk to school?
School south of their school. And he said, I just said I had to turn this together.
Right.
So I went to my friends, I said, "We'll call me." And I got in there, talked to them. And she tried to get the word to the end.
So this work in all of this, obviously, is previous council school, previous council, the college place, all of this stuff, we had tons and tons. You told us, like, hey, we stopped here at this gas station. So we spent time, we go out there.
Detective, is that when the video ran out?
Y'all couldn't hear me. Oh shit, I'm over here reading all the comments. Y'all couldn't even hear me. Fuck it, I run it back. Where I started from? The ring thing. We all gonna be having nightmares. My bad. That's where I started at. We all gonna be having nightmares from the girl from the ring coming out the TV. My bad. I was on mute on y'all type shit. That's how you know it's getting to that time. We almost up out of here. Shoot, I'm gonna read some of these comments. Let me play this music in the back, and we get ready to wrap it up. Let's read some of these comments. Look like the girl coming out the ring. Hold on, cause some of these comments have me rolling. Hold up. Why was that comment? All right. Look like okay. The darkness cast on her in that bright lit room, that wet matted look hair, the burst of emotions. Looking just like old girl off the ring. 7 days from now. 7 days from the time you watch it. From the time you watch this interrogation, you might be careful. You might be getting a phone call soon. 7 days from now. Everyone's phone should be ringing real soon. Tell us 7 days in that creepy ass voice. 7 days. You have 7 days. I'm a ghost. Casper the friendly ghost can come over anytime though. He friendly. She ate him. Roar. Casper the friendly ghost. Thought my TV was acting up. Hey, Joni 4 in the building. What up, Joni 4? I see you, family. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, we just about getting up out of here. That's funny though. That's funny though. I did have let me see. I meant to play this earlier. Or did I play it already? I might have played it. Let me see. Oh, the guilty verdict. Yeah, let's play. Oh, we did. Let me see. No, yeah, let's play the guilty verdict. Let me get up out of here. Appreciate y'all, family.
Please be seated. Your Honor, the jury's all present and accounted for. Back on the record, C 377239 stated that Mr. Devyn Michael, the record reflect that Ms. Michaels is present with her attorneys. Deputy District Attorneys on behalf of the state, we both promise statement to the presence of our jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, has the jury selected a foreperson? Mr. Foreperson, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes.
If you could pass the bread form to the marshal.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound
All right,
of
the
the
clerk will now read the verdict into the record.
District Court, Clark County, Nevada. State of Nevada plaintiff versus Devyn Jade Michaels, a.k.a. Devyn Willett, a.k.a. Nikki Fairchild, a.k.a. Tracy Baker, a.k.a. Tracy Nicole Tavares, defendant. Case number C-23-377239-1, Department 10. Verdict. We, the jury, in the above entitled case, find the defendant, Devyn Jade Michaels, as follows. Count 1, murder with use of a deadly weapon. Guilty of first-degree murder with use of a deadly weapon. Dated this 14th day of November, 2025, signed, Aaron Gilded. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is this your verdict as read? So say you one, so say you all.
Yes.
Does either side desire to have the jury polled?
First
No,
degree.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to thank you very much for the time and attention that you paid to this matter. There is a right that's guaranteed in the Constitution, but it's a right that we cannot provide without our citizens like you being willing to sit and serve your civic duty as jurors. I want to
Guilty of murder in the first degree. Damn.
thank you for the time and attention. I know that this was a lot that we asked you to do, so if you guys could follow the marshal to the back, and I'll come back and formally excuse you from jury duty. All right, to the jury.
Damn. I think that's somebody in the crowd. It sounds like somebody in the crowd crying.
Okay, this matter is going to be referred to the Division of Probation, set down for sentencing on
January 8th at 9 a.m.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
January 8th, Secretary of the Lease, desire to speak to you guys. I'll come back.
Guilty of murder in the first degree. But we already knew that. But had to recap it a little bit. You know what I'm talking about. Joni 4 in the building. What up, though? I see you, family. Hustle, man. Let me see. Let's fuck with Hold on. Let me adjust that volume. New track by No One Out.
I know these corners on these streets, you see them by my hustle, man. I don't sleep, I got my heat and beef come round my hustle, man. Keep my distance from speeches, tell police it's by my hustle, man. Big black road, don't smoke no dope, but at least I got my hustle, man. I know these corners on these streets, you see them by my hustle, man. I don't sleep, I got my heat and beef come round my hustle, man. Keep my distance from speeches, tell police it's by my big black road, don't smoke no dope, but at least I got my hustle.
Yeah, y'all go check that out. Link in the description. Hustle Man by No One. Make sure y'all go show them some support after we wrap this up. I'm about to shout out everybody. Shout out to everybody named. Appreciate y'all showing up. Let me see. Let me open up the chat so I can see who in the building. Brown Sugar Babe showed up today. What up, though? Shout out to Brown Sugar Babe. Appreciate you, family. Good to see you. It's been a while. NJB Nay, what up, though? Appreciate you. Stream sponsor. Matter of fact, put some respect on her name. I had to shout that one out.
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
What?
Big shout out to NJB Nay. Y'all show her some love in the chat. Stream sponsor of the night. And shout out to everybody else. Shout out to No One in the building. Hustle, man. Y'all go sub up. Shout out to Allie. Appreciate you. Allie said make sure y'all go and check out No One YouTube and his new track. Yeah. There you go. The link right there. Joni right there. Shout out to Allie in the building. Let me see. NJB Nay. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Showed up. Appreciate you, family. Kristen Fortunato. Shout out to Kristen Fortunato. Kristen or Christine. One of the two. My bad if I said it wrong earlier. One of the two. Shout out to Brown Sugar Babe. Sunflower Danny. Okay. Appreciate you. Watch the Rise in the building. Appreciate all y'all coming through, hanging out. It's a short one tonight. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna hold your Saturday up too long. But definitely appreciate y'all coming through. Big love to our stream sponsor, NJB Nay. And our stream sponsors of the month, Trakesha, Cat Knot Williams, NJB Nay, and Chan Black is Golden. Appreciate y'all. Y'all show everybody some love. And yeah, man. That's pretty much it. Big thanks, fam. Yeah, y'all go check out that track from No One. Hustle, man. Fire. And until next time, family, I'll see y'all Thursday. Thursdays and Sundays is the new schedule. But I will be trying to drop some videos in between that if I can find the time. So it will be more coming out. But I'm going to try to stay live on Thursdays and Sundays. So I'm going to try to keep that rolling. And also on Saturdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. And on Kick, Sundays and Tuesdays. There we go. On Kick, Sundays and Tuesdays. They got a link right there, Rock Solid TV. Appreciate you, Allie. Everyone stay high and dry. Dang. I got some more stuff. I was supposed to play my little clip of me saying, I'm so high right now, I'm about to go to sleep on y'all ass. But I'll have it tuned up next week. We'll get all that together. Other than that, appreciate y'all. Have a great night, family. Much love. Stay fresh. Stay blessed. Peace out. Peace, love, and joy, Joni 4.
Supernatural disaster, metaphysical reaction. I am the flesh, I am the God. No one got the lab on lockdown. Talking hot winters and cold summers. Black Force Ones when we slide.
Stay blessed, Ali.
Stay home at a club jumping. What up, cousin? I see you, fam. Throwing slime coins when I watch the trial. LEOs be capping, chatting action. Come and tap in the most interactive. I am the flesh. I am the God. I am the flesh. I am the God.
Lock every leg, gon' tap in. God bless, scared every rap in. If you like us, gon' get the lights up. You can sub, you can share, tell them pack in. From the left, right, front to the passenger side. It's right here, the premiere. How you know? Cause them boys broadcast to the live. Wanna talk about it, hit the link right here. Slide coins up, got 100 bands. Mars eyes, watch how the check. And the band made love to Obama head. 2 bands do a dance like check. I'ma keep going till I'm motherfucking tired. You what? I'm motherfucking tired. Slide brothers out, could we rain down game? Like, what you mean? Just watch the rise. Watch the rise. Watch the rise. I am the flesh.
I am the God. I am the flesh.
I got a bonus for y'all. Y'all want to see a bonus or nah? Y'all want to see a bonus? Y'all want to see?
Exhibit 1 in the attachments.
No objection.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it? And all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we request that we follow the prosecution's recommendation.
All right, so you're not asking for deferred adjudication?
We are not.
All right. All right, Mr. Henderson, are you employed?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work in the oil field on a drilling rig.
We would ask that he be allowed to travel outside, although he will reside in Bexar County.
All right, do you have any children?
I do.
What are their ages?
17 and 16.
And do they live with you or with their mom?
They live with their mother.
Okay.
I get custody of them when they're not in school.
Okay.
However you want to put that.
All right, you've been to prison before?
No, ma'am.
Jail before?
I've been to jail.
All right, for what?
Petty theft and DUI.
What's up with these tattoos?
Bunch of stuff when I was younger. Just, I've grown out of it all.
All right, what's with the arm that's covered in the black ink?
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of cover-ups.
Who did that cover up?
I had a friend of mine do that. That's horrible.
That's not from the ink show. When they do a cover up on the ink show, they do a great cover up.
Yeah, again, like I said, once upon a time type of thing. I've grown out of all that.
And what's the tattoo on this side?
It's just a bunch of like Greek mythology stuff. Again, younger.
Oh, well, who is that supposed to be? I can't tell.
The Mary Magdalene.
She's not a part of Greek mythology, is she? I don't think she is.
No. But the rest of it is just.
Okay.
Like I said, I was a lot younger and a lot dumber.
It's not his fault. He's from Indiana.
Wow.
All right.
We got watermelons too.
Y'all heard him? My bad. I started laughing over him. Talk about we got watermelons too.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
We got watermelons too.
Okay. Well, hopefully they're sweeter than what's at the HEB. You know, I'll be the stereotypical Black person. I love watermelon, especially if it's sweet. This season hasn't been that good, though, Robert Porter. It's been hit or miss. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and
Sense. Then there's the abdominal wounds. This goes back to Mindy not being pregnant. And you're mad! She told you she was pregnant. You're mad. That's why you bury a head. That's why you stab her in the belly.
You're mad. Hell no. Y'all heard Cat Knot Williams' voice pop up in the back? Shout out to Cat Knot Williams, one of the stream sponsors of the month. Y'all go sub up to her. Great content over there.
Just a hot mess. Flesh of the Gods, good to see you. Good to see you.
You're mad. All right, now we out for real this time. Why is she yelling at me? I didn't do nothing. The hell? Jesus, unnecessary. Facts. All right, family, much love. Y'all have a great night. That was a little bonus for those who wanted to hang around. Appreciate y'all. Much love. We out. The hell? Oh.
We'll be fine. Our kids will not be.
It ain't your money.